Staggeringly, the average per capita purchasing power in the 10 poorest countries is $1,432, while in the 10 richest countries, it's over $105,170. A massive wealth disparity, don't you think? The world we live in today is characterized by a stark contrast in wealth. While some nations bask in the glow of prosperity, others languish in the shadows of poverty. This great wealth divide is largely influenced by factors such as natural resources, tax regimes, and the sophistication of financial sectors. Countries with a wealth of natural resources, for instance, often reap huge financial benefits. Meanwhile, nations with advanced tax regimes and financial sectors often attract a plethora of global wealth, further widening the gap. Yet it's important to note that wealth isn't always synonymous with a high standard of living. Structural inequalities within countries can mean that wealth doesn't trickle down to all citizens equally. Now hold on to your seats as we journey through the world's top 10 wealthiest nations. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have the United States. A powerhouse of wealth, the United States' affluence is rooted in a diverse economy, a hotbed of technological innovation and an abundance of natural resources. This economic dynamism, coupled with falling energy prices and pandemic-driven state spending, propelled the nation into the top 10 richest countries in 2020. But wealth is not just about numbers, it's about the capacity to adapt, innovate, and thrive in the face of adversity. From the land of the free, we whisk away to Europe. At number 9, we find Norway, the land of fjords and midnight sun. This Scandinavian beauty is not just rich in natural wonders, it's also a heavyweight in the global economy. The key to Norway's wealth, its flourishing petroleum industry. But it's not all about black gold. Norway's sovereign wealth fund, the largest in the world, plays a pivotal role in the nation's economic stability. Plus, with one of the lowest income inequality rates worldwide, Norway's prosperity is more evenly distributed than most. From the chilly north, we journey to sunnier shores. Coming in at number 8, we have the United Arab Emirates, a jewel in the desert. This nation's wealth is largely derived from its oil industry, a resource so abundant it has been the backbone of its economy for decades. But that's not all. The UAE is also known for its tax-free salaries, a tantalizing prospect that attracts workers from all corners of the globe. This combination of natural resources and financial incentives has transformed this desert nation into one of the wealthiest in the world. Leaving the desert behind, we head to a tiny European republic. At number 7, we find San Marino, one of the world's smallest and wealthiest nations. This mountainous microstate, tucked away in southern Europe, boasts a rich citizenry thanks to its appealing low-income tax rates. Its prosperity is a testament to the benefits of a sophisticated financial sector, coupled with favorable tax regimes. Even though it's petite in size, San Marino packs a punch when it comes to wealth. From the serene city-state, we move on to our next destination. Now we're entering the top echelon of wealth. Prepare to be amazed. Kicking off our top 5, we land in Ireland. This small but mighty country boasts a strong, knowledge-based economy. With its attractive corporate tax rates, Ireland has become a hub for tech giants and pharmaceutical companies, bolstering its GDP per capita. Next, we jet off to the breathtaking fjords of Iceland. Despite its small population, Iceland's economy is incredibly robust. It's powered by a mix of industries including fishing, renewable energy, and tourism. Their high standard of living and strong education system add to the country's wealth. Third on our list is the glitzy and glamorous Switzerland. Known for its banks, luxury goods, and high-quality services, it's no surprise Switzerland makes the cut. The nation's wealth is further amplified by its high living standards and efficient business practices. Our penultimate stop takes us to the island nation of Singapore. Despite its size, Singapore punches well above its weight. Its strategic location has made it a global hub for finance and trade. With its strong economic policies and high-quality education, Singapore's wealth continues to grow. Finally, we reach our number 1 spot, the wealthiest nation in the world, Qatar. Rich in natural resources, particularly natural gas, Qatar's wealth per capita is staggering. The nation's investment in infrastructure and education, coupled with its strategic location, ensures its place at the top. And there you have it, the world's richest nations. The wealth of these countries is mind-boggling, but what about the rest of the world? As we dive deeper into this topic, it's crucial to address the elephant in the room: the stark disparities between the richest and the poorest nations. The economic divide isn't merely about numbers, it's an issue that touches the very essence of human life. Access to resources, opportunities, and a dignified standard of living. Income inequality is a global phenomenon, but it's particularly pronounced when we juxtapose the richest and the poorest nations. Picture this: the average per capita purchasing power in the 10 poorest countries is a meager $1,432. In contrast, in the 10 richest countries, it's a staggering $105,170. That's a difference that's hard to fathom, isn't it? But numbers can be deceptive. Wealth doesn't necessarily translate into a high standard of living. Structural inequalities can exist within countries, creating chasms between the rich and the poor. For instance, while a nation might boast a high GDP, its wealth could be concentrated in the hands of a select few, leaving the majority grappling with poverty. Access to resources is another critical aspect. The COVID-19 pandemic laid bare the disparities in access to essential resources like healthcare, education, and social security. The crisis hit lower-income families harder, exacerbating the existing inequalities. Global events influence these disparities too. Take inflation and geopolitical events like Russia's invasion of Ukraine, for example. Such occurrences disproportionately affect the economically vulnerable, further widening the wealth gap. The world of wealth is a complex one with many factors at play. But amidst these complexities, one truth remains clear: wealth in itself isn't the final goal. It's how we use it, how we distribute it, how we let it shape our societies that truly matters. As we wrap up our journey, remember that wealth isn't everything, it's how we use it that truly matters.